We continue the story of Wildebeest. So we had Pendoring, Sikkelbos, Bosveld. We are now at Baak. This is Baak. So if you want to know about Baak. So after Bosveld hit the market, I think I was in matric or close to ending school by the time that Bosveld, went out into the world. And then me and my brother started working by Wildebeest. So my brother was very interested in the outdoor shop at that stage. It sold lots of camping stuff and I can't even remember what. So the year after he did matric, that was 2016. In 2016, he started working with my father to learn the business and all of those kinds of stuff. My pa het 'n vaderingjaar op daai stadium genoem en dit was maar soos 'n disipelskap jaar. My father was mentoring my brother and he was teaching him not only about the business but about doing it God's way. And I don't know how to explain it. Like, dit was net 'n ding wat my pa gevoel het die Here op sy hart gesit het om tyd saam met sy seun te spandeer, maar ook vir hom die besigheid te leer en van die Here te leer en om te help en om te guide en te lei en al daai goeie. So dit was 'n enorme jaar van groei vir my broer geestelik, maar ook fisies en jy weet in die groot mens wêreld in. It was a major year. And eventually I was in matric that year, 2016 I did matric. He's a year older than me, so he was busy in the outdoor shop and he decided hy was nie so geïnteresseerd in die klere nie. Dit was nou nie heeltemal sy ding nie. So he wanted to add pew-pews, die gevaarlike goeders. He was very much interested in that and he grew that shop into a proper bow hunting shop. So he had lots of bows and arrows and everything that you need to bow hunt, he had, or he introduced it into the shop and it started doing very well. And then he wanted to go more dangerous with more exploding kinds of stuff. And and so he started building the safe, and the safe that he built was actually the man cave that my father started the shoes in. So dit was eintlik nogal so cool dat my broer half op dieselfde plek begin het as my pa in dieselfde gebou. He converted that building, that garage, he converted to a safe, and that's where he started to trade after he got his license. Dit was ook 'n baie ongelooflike ding. Ons was in die Wildtuin gewees op 'n vakansie en he handed in all of his paperwork to have the safe approved for retail and whatnot, and we were at a place where there was no signal, and the next moment he received an SMS to say the safe has been approved. And that was a baie I want to say it was a very God-inspired moment. Like, my dad had his God-inspired moment when he dragged the spoorless shoe to himself and he rolled it up. That was like a big profound moment for him with Wildebeest. And then my brother, that was when he had no signal and he still received an SMS from SAPS saying the safe was approved. So that was like their moment. Oh, there's a fly, sorry. That was his profound moment with the Lord, knowing jy weet die Here is in hierdie saam met hom, en dit is net incredible. Dit is regtig net 'n incredible opportunity gewees, en nie net opportunity nie, dit was net so profound hoe die Here die goeie so in plek laat val het, letterlik stap vir stap, alles wat hy nodig gehad het. The Lord just let it work, He did what he could and the Lord just did everything else. It was a very amazing year for him. And that's where Wildebeest Outdoor started. So Wildebeest Clothing is the clothing, and Wildebeest Outdoor is like the hunting shop with the tents and all of the outdoor gear and all of that stuff, and also the weapons and ammo and whatnot. So anyway, ek het toe nou 2016 was ek matriek, 2017 die jaar na matriek, na ek matriek was. I wanted to go study, and it was I wouldn't wouldn't say it was like a family conflict, but my dad wasn't too sure if I needed to go study. If I wanted to help in the business, I didn't need a degree to do it because he was going to teach me what I needed to know. But I am creative and I like to think of myself as an artist. I don't think I'm a good one, but I wanted to do something creative with my life and I wanted to go study. I wanted to study fashion design, but then I was like, nah, I don't really know if the fashion is going to help me because this is not really, fashion clothes, it's hunting clothes. I don't know. I was 18. I was unsure. So ek het toe nou graphic design gaan swat en my graad gekry, maar terwyl ek geswat het ek toe nou Willoughby se website begin bou. That was very difficult. Working and studying together, not easy at all. But anyway, the year after matric, I also did like a fathering year with my dad. Also worked in all of the businesses to see what I liked. Do I still want to go study? Do I see this, helping the brand or the business or whatever? And yeah, after my fathering year in 2018, I still decided that I wanted to go study. So I studied graphic design and graduated in COVID. I didn't have a graduation. That was so sad. My name just went on a screen. That was the very sad moment of my life. After 3 years of freaking hard work, it's just like a name. That was disappointing. I feel like the 2020 people who graduated in 2020, we should have another graduation. Or we must just move on anyway. Maar, ek het toe nou, wanneer het ek? My father then decided it was a great time after I finished my studies and, fully became a part of the business full time. He decided it was a fantastic thing to make one of my first projects to design a camo. And I didn't know what to do because I didn't study textile design or anything in that line. So ek het nie geweet wat ek doen nie, maar ek het al weggespring and I was gonna design a camo and I wanted to, if you want to wear camo, you obviously want to look like a tree. So ek het toe nou bome gaan afneem en yeah, that was bad. That was very bad. Anyway, the first attempt for my camo was terrible. No one must ever see that. That was nee. Anyway, so I tried again and 8 months later, Bok was born. On a computer, not physical clothes. That took another whole, I think, 2 years before it actually came to be. But Bok entered the chat and this is where we are today. So this is what it looks like. I will also add close-ups so that you can see what it looks like. But also now a very, very big range. We launched it on Huntex and very excited. The people loved it. They really liked it and it's not really, in my opinion, a camo that you would necessarily go hunt in. You can, obviously it's a camo, you can go hunt in it, but lots of people just like wearing it for wearing it. It's not something that you need to wear when you go to the bushes. You can also just wear it next to the rugby field and next to the braai. So that is how Bok happened. And we call it like a urban camo. It's not necessarily just a hunting camo. It's like a crossover. You can basically do with it what you want to. But yeah, and then we played around with colors. We added the pink for the ladies and for the girls. Originally, I did not like it because it's very bright. But it grew on me, I must say. I'm liking this now, especially with the dark charcoal, This is just one example of the girl stuff that we have. And we also made one with an olive background. I don't have that now here. But also pretty nice. Not my favorite. I like the original. But anyway, Bok. This is Bok. Also a full range of Willoughby's, caps, hats, jackets, shirts, t-shirts, shorts, pants, socks, underwears, everything. We've got everything in Bok. Everything available on the website or at the shop in Kempton Park. And yeah, that is Bok. So there is still 2 more. The story is not over yet. So if you want to know about Moss and the new one that we're launching this year, then keep watching.